Welcome to the Adam and Val YouTube channel, Val Vlogs, and today I'm making a cake. Don't switch off because this is going to be a cake like no other. You may have already seen, or you're going to see, the video of all the food from Singapore that our good friend Rob sent, all the way from Singapore. Now, one of the foods we've already tasted, or we're going to taste, I have to keep saying that, I can't remember what order Adam said he's going to put the video up. Either you're going to see this cake being made, and then you're going to see us eating all the food, or you're going to see us eating all the food and see how we made the cake. Anyway, Rob sent us this big box, which you'll find out more about. One of the things is this cake, and it is a ball ache to make. It is this. The other side's better, really. It is a pandan chiffon cake. Pandan chiffon cake. So it's green, it needs loads of eggs. It's like no other cake I've made before. 9 egg whites, 6 egg yolks go in this bad boy. This is the cake mix, so it's quite straightforward in the fact that it's eggs, this packet, mix it all together, bake it in the oven. You need a special tin. Look at the shape of that. I ain't got that tin, and it was going to take 6 weeks from Eastern somewhere, Europe or whatever, to come here. So I'm using a normal cake tin. I've checked that on YouTube. Anyway, chiffon cake for our Singapore Taste Fest. So like I said, this cake requires lots of the humble egg. An egg. It needs 6 egg yolks, 9 egg whites. Now, I've never separated an egg before. Again, I've been doing research on YouTube, so I'm going to film, if I can get the camera angles right, me trying to separate 9 eggs, keeping the yolks and the whites apart. There's 2 or 3 different ways. I'm going to try 2 or 3 of those different ways. If that fails, the egg yolks isn't an issue. If it fails, because the egg whites have to be pure egg whites. I got this. Adam told me about this. 2 chicks. This is ready bake egg whites, and there's a handy little measuring guide on the side. Can you see that? Is that going in focus? Anyway, that's a measuring guide, believe it or not, for how many eggs go in. So this will be the backup plan if I completely hock up the separating of these little beasts. So let's get the camera set up, see if we can separate 9 eggs. Or we'll be using the carton. Either way, it doesn't matter. Well, nobody's here to judge. I just want to bake this cake and see how it comes out. So the first method we're going to try and do is the old crack it in half and use the 2 halves. So remember that the white can't have any yolk in it. Don't matter if the yolk's got a bit of white. So we get the yolk stayed in there. We've got a bit of white in the bowl. And then you just do this, and do this. Let the white, look at that. That one's worked out quite well, actually. 1 egg white, 1 egg yolk. Look, egg yolk in there. 1 egg white. That is method number 1. The other method was the same I saw on YouTube. We'll keep that bowl actually for the whites. The other method was this one. So you break the egg. I'm going to have another bowl for this actually. So let's get rid of that in there. So washing up. So the other method was you break the egg carefully into a bowl without breaking it. So you've got your egg in a bowl. Wipe my hands a bit. You get a spoon, and then you literally put the yolk onto the spoon. Look, again, perfect egg white, perfect yolk. I've got to make sure I don't lose count. That's 2. I've got to do 9 of these. 2. Right, I'll stick that in there. The other method, which we've seen all the chefs doing, I don't quite get this one, and I don't quite get why you would want to do this one. But we'll have a go anyway to see which is the best way. I mean, looking at this so far, that second one, put it into a bowl, remove it with a spoon, is the best way. So, I'm not sure how they do this, so I'm not very good at cracking eggs, as you can tell. Right. So what we do is you separate it with your hand. I'm not sure how I'm meant to get the egg into my hand, so we'll try somehow. You basically just let the white fall through your fingers, because obviously it's thinner. I think my thumb's covering the camera angle, isn't it? It doesn't feel great. I have to say that either method, I mean, we've used 3 methods there of separating eggs, and each method is pretty good, to be fair. We've got egg whites over here, another one in there, that's 3. And we've got our egg yolks there, so I've got to do 3 more eggs for the egg yolks, and then another 3 where I can discard the egg yolks or put them in the freezer for later, or whatever they say you can do with a leftover egg yolk, and we can make the cake. Look at that. Adam wanted me to do that really chefy thing of tipping the egg whites over my head, but having whipped these for the last 10 minutes in a bowl that's probably too small, that's 9 egg whites, by the way. I'd only wasted 2 eggs. I didn't use any of this. Look, still a full bottle. Haven't even been opened. That'll probably go in the bin in about 4 months when it's rotting my fridge. Anyway, Adam, look, I can't do this because you can see it's moving. It's all going to fall out if I tip it over my head, but that is as whipped as I can get it because I used the bowl too small. Anyway, let's have a look at our ingredients. So here we go. There's the whipped egg whites that you've already seen. There's the old packet, the pandan chiffon cake mix, which is in there with the egg yolks. That has got to be folded into that bit by bit. There's our cake tin ready to go, and there's a little bit of mess that I made with the egg whites. I definitely used the bowl too small, but I think it's the egg whites that's going to cook it. Then it's going to go into the oven for 190 degrees, so I'm going to put that as 170 on a fan, centre of the oven. Done when toothpick insert 1 inch from cupcakes comes out again. What comes out clean? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to cook it for 25 minutes. If that's overbaked, it's overbaked. This is just for your entertainment. It might taste nice, it might taste rubbish. But let's mix all this together and I'll film it when it's done, putting it in the oven. So there we go. That is one big ass cake. Look, it's filled the whole of the tin. I have no idea what's going to happen now. I think that's possibly going to rise up too much. I might tip some back in the bowl just to play it on the safe side. I'm not sure the egg whites were whipped enough. Anyway, the proof is in the pudding. We'll see what it's like when it comes out and see how bad a job I've done. You can see lumps of egg white in that and everything. I could have cooked this right up. Cake's out of the oven. Now that has to be clear. When I insert this, it has to be clear for it to be cooked. That's not cooked, look. Let's see, right, we'll give it another 5-10 minutes. Then that should be done. So here's the finished cake. You will see the eating and the tasting when we taste all of Rob's Singapore food he sent over, or you've already seen it. Either way, that is how we have made the Pendang chiffon cake from Singapore. Subscribe to Adam and Val for more of your round the world food guide, cake baking and all other shenanigans. I wonder what it's going to taste like.